Hello, everyone. This is Tobias Gunny, and I did not have any proper recording equipment when I first started recording little videos for YouTube. So this is the first time I have proper recording stuff set up, and I'm hoping this works well. So I'm just going to get into the verse, and I first started out the game with no clear direction, no idea what I wanted to do. I was just fascinated and amazed by the project and where it was going. That was all. I had bought a starter ship, the Aurora MR, back in June of 2020, and I played for, I think, a month, and it was very, very difficult. I basically rage quit a lot in the early days because I had no community, I had nobody to talk to. Global chat was very helpful. I would look in global chat and I would complain there and I would find help there until I watched one of Board Gamer's videos, and it was a spotlight on an organization. I joined that organization. It's been incredible. I'm not a recruiter though, so I might tell you guys what organization I'm in down the road, but that's not what this video or any of my videos are about. So I'm now in a very large org, 2,000 plus members, and there's usually a few people on at least every day, 5 to 10 on any given day, typically. It's very nice. Those people, they changed the entire game for me. Going out, talking to people while I was mining, or talking to people while I was getting killed mercilessly by NPCs. That is what made the game playable for me. That's how I ended up with kind of a silly number of ships. I only own two of these. The Aurora Clipper and the Nomad up here are actual pledge ships. Everything else I purchased in-game, mostly from in-game donations from players much more successful than I. Speaking of which, we're going to pull out the Clipper. I'm going to show you guys some things really quick about stealth loadouts and silent running in Star Citizen. But I was just, kind of covering that joining an organization with at least a few daily active members, and especially active members in your time zone, is massive for this game at this point in its development. It really is. If you don't join an org, the experience is literally painful. Like, it can be excruciating to try and accomplish anything in this game without the advice and the assurance from other players that you're not just crazy, you don't suck at the game, that's just a bug, you're going to be okay, here's a workaround. Or none of us know a workaround, but we're all doing this instead of this patch, blah, blah, blah. That level of assurance and confidence, knowing that you're not just terrible at this game, really, really helps a lot. See, here's an important thing. People have been spawning with their helmets off. So remember to always, check your HUD, and if you don't see enough stuff around the edges, your helmet's probably not equipped. Don't die. It's bad for your health. So, joining an org is massive. Or if I guess if you have a group of friends that you regularly game with, getting them into Star Citizen, or I guess even just really having people to talk to. So if you're already a social gamer, you don't need to hear any of this. But if you're one of those people that plays solo a lot, got into Star Citizen and was like, oh my god, why is there no tutorial? Why do the tips kind of suck and not help? Why this? Why that? Why is everything so freaking hard to learn? It's because this is kind of a game of life. It's one of those like gritty life simulators where there is no tutorial. You have to go out and ask people how to do things. And if you're a dick and don't ask people in a nice way that makes them want to teach you properly, like, you might get trolled and get told the wrong way to do things constantly because you go around expecting people to give you advice or, being generally entitled in any form. So here, this is the silent running bit. I do not let my shields or my weapons start up, but here you see this guy is fast incoming. I need to get out of here. That did not look like a happy player. I can't really take the time to explain anything to you guys. I need to jump out before he radar locks me and torps me. Because that's a thing people do in this game. Just like real life, you're going to have serial killers, basically. People with no morals, no ethics. So anyways, yeah, joining an org was huge. I'm done with that point. Silent running. So in general, your IR builds up when your components absorb heat. Each heat has I can't remember the name for it, but it's basically a specific maximum heat. There's, oh geez, I'm forgetting the name for it. Let me see. Let me pull up this website. While we're in QT, you guys would be bored as hell. Where is it? It is scunpacked.com. Specific heat capacity. I think that's the name of it, but don't quote me on it until I've got it in front of me. Thermal properties. See, specific heat capacity and thermal conductivity. That's standard across the board. Everything's got the same thermal conductivity. Specific heat. Where was it though? There was something that was different, right? So, anyways, temperature to IR. That's one thing. But then each component also has a cooldown rate and basically every component on your ship is a heat battery, and your coolers somewhat affect how fast those heat batteries fill up. And the more full the heat battery is, the more that individual component dumps emissions into IR. Not just your coolers, but your other components as well. Especially your power plant. That's why stealth power plants make such a huge difference on ships. So I run a stealth power plant. I run stealth coolers, and I run a stealth shield and a FR-66 military class shield. As you can see right now, my weapons and that doesn't need to be on. My weapons and my shields are both off. I even thought I might get shot at by that other player when we were still at the station. And yet, I kept my shields and my weapons off. The ability for the shields on a size, a size of ship such as the Aurora, the ability for shields to tank hits is minimal. Most players that are going to attack your ship are not going to attack you in a starter. They're going to attack you in a medium or a heavy fighter, and it's going to chew through the shield as if it wasn't there. Now, if that same ship can't see you on their radar until they're 2,000 meters away, well, that makes it so that that guy did not target me. He was probably scanning me down instead of targeting me, because people have learned that you can target people blindly, or rather you can gain information on a target without targeting them and letting them know that they're being scanned down. It's passive scanning. I don't know why I'm trying to teach so much in this video. It just seems like every time I talk to people, they don't know how to scan a ship without lighting them up like a Christmas tree. But I see every single time somebody pins me, lights up my radar lock yellow. Every time somebody targets me, lights it up red. So I see all of you trying to target my ship to see who I am. It's silly. You hit your scan button, and then you hold your left click over somebody. Your left click over your target, it pulls up the name of anybody on board in a seat, and it pulls up the cargo manifest. So that's how pirates do that, by the way. He was probably scanning me, and that's why he didn't target me yet. But all I had to do was jet in the opposite direction as fast as my ship could carry me. And really, it's the pilot's reaction time that didn't allow him to catch up to me and keep me within radar range, because I only have to get to, right now with my IR so high after just starting my ship, I only have to get 3,500, maybe 3,600 meters away before he can't see me on his radar unless he's already target locked me. And then that only extends out to like 5 or 6 depending on the ship. So silent running is all about keeping your IR low, because keeping your EM low is super easy, barely an inconvenience, especially on a small ship. And when I say EM, that's your electromagnetic emissions, not your infrared emissions, which is your IR. Now, generally speaking, you want to keep your average heat below 280. That's a healthy place to be. 265 is just like excellent, but like 270 is more realistic for like a really well-tuned ship. But your startup sequence, when you first start up your ship, don't hit R. That maxes out everything. It puts your power up to full on everything. I would recommend, and this is something I do if I do need my shields on, is I'll take my shields down to about, well, just above whatever it needs to actually activate. So when I turn my shields on, you'll notice it goes to, let's see, let's give it all the power it needs at first. There, you saw it stutter right there? That's what it needs. So if you look, it is slowly going up now. Yeah, that's why I was at 0.56 before. So it is slowly going up. But my emissions are not sky high. And they'll go down once I reach 100%. So this is just a random video. I jumped to a place that doesn't have a R&R station, so hope you guys carry enough fuel in the verse. I personally fly with a competition class quantum drive because the emissions aren't terrible, and the range is insane. Oh, workaround. See, there's a workaround for you. If your star map doesn't come up at first, go to your vehicle maintenance services, back to your star map. Don't know why it works, it just does. So we're gonna, well, I'm gonna go get stuff done in the verse for a little bit, and I'm gonna sign off here for now. I don't know how well my recording is going to handle this, but let's hope it didn't glitch out. So you guys, everybody might someday watch this, because I'm sure it'll be months before YouTube suggests this to anybody, if ever. But if you enjoy it, come back. There might be more. You never know. Have a good one. I hope you're having fun in the verse.